I'll be able to skip class.
We gotta get the snow and the rain back so it fall.
Yeah.
Water.
So, which,
Yeah.
none of that.
Okay.
See, I don't, this is all new, why it's doing this. Yeah, moving it.
Did you go back out?
On you.
You know, it repeats.
It's done. When you go to live stream. It on YouTube.
Automatically.
Yeah.
You can. Conversation.
If I close it, is it gonna shut it down? Yeah, well, that's the YouTube.
Yeah.
So if I close this, is that gonna
Where's the
kill over here?
How you doing? You got down. Long time no see. Yes, I can. That's right. Yeah.
I close.
You get all.
So when I close this, it's still going to. Trying to get raw from being like shut in. Usually, but if I close this. Say, but if I close.
Yeah.
What if I turn this volume down?
Hearing is all.
Okay, we're good. I think we're okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay, everybody, guys, be quiet. It's 6 o'clock, the 10 minutes, I call this meeting to order. Please come up with the.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have a short agenda for this meeting, and we calling, we have a presentation, that's reciting it again. Wendy, can you hear it?
Yeah, I'm trying it down.
Okay. Okay, first thing on the agenda is to approve the minutes. First one is August 21st. We had an executive session about some litigation discussion. And there's your minutes. Yep. Any changes, deletions?
No.
Can you tell us what it's about?
It's litigation. No,
About what?
no, not right now. It's something with the attorney. On property. So, any changes, entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from the executive session on August 26, 2025.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then the second one is on August 26th, we had another discussion with the city attorney in executive session.
She just made a motion on the 26th. I said the wrong date. I said
Okay,
the
you did on the 26th. Okay, so then we'll go back to the 21st. I entertain you to do, for August 21st, executive session approval.
And I make a motion to approve the executive session on August 21st, 25. I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then August 26th, city council meeting minutes. Are there any changes, deletions, additions? No. Entertain a motion to approve the August 26th city council meeting minutes.
And I make the motion to approve the August 26, 25 city council meeting minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, report, do you have fire?
Yes. Pretty brief, at the last training meeting, we had a safety meeting and then we put a flagpole or pole up in the LZ to hang a windsock on for the aircraft coming in. And we got one medical call out.
Thank you, Kurt. Okay, we'll move on to new business, Mr. Goslin. Yeah. Financial.
We got, your cash statement. Just kind of go over what the checks are. And we've got our Labor Day market fees, for just dumpster toilets that we'll nothing exciting. And then, we've got some, my bill, we've got wastewater CDBG from Eco Engineering. Yeah, really nothing super exciting there.
Any questions for? You do. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody? Next, Clark.
Okay, and then appropriations review. Where we are on our budget to actual. We had our insurance bill between this and the first report and the last report. So that's a huge number. Parks gets a pretty significant allocation of that. We budget for that. That's why Parks went to 32% on there. 32% remaining in there. The other ones, are a little lower than we would expect at this time of year, but again, it's insurance, so the one-time a year payment, and so just. Um. Anyway, so yeah, nothing too concerning at this point. Capital outlay increased quite a bit. We had some significant bills go out related to water funds, capital outlay, the grant funded project we have there. Sewer funded projects, we spent 95,000 between this, or about 45 between this time and last time. And so we've seen significant increases on capital outlay. Any questions on?
Okay, I entertain a motion to, pull the bill as presented.
I make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the next thing on here is the ATC tower, something we've been dealing with for a while. I'm tabling this to, next week, if you guys have time. Ms. Sully would like to schedule another talk with us in regards to this contract. So this will just get tabled on. And then the next thing here, this is something we can do out to League of Cities. They are getting ready to vote for their delegates to the board. And they're asking that each city has a representative to vote. It's through Zoom. I gave this a number, resolution number. It's something that the league requires. So I don't know if there's somebody who wants to do this. If we don't have anybody, we just don't vote. I cannot be the voting delegate because I need more. So if somebody else would want to do this, we'll just.
How often are the meetings?
This is just a one-time meeting. It's gonna be October. The first Saturday in October. And it's just a Zoom meeting, you Zoom on and they give you a special number. And I'll have the Zoom link open anyway. And then they just call for a roll call from all cities, who they want to vote for. Like I say, it's not a requirement that we do it, but I just was offering it up for somebody to do it since we have been doing a lot lately.
I'll go ahead and volunteer to be the delegate.
So I will get this written up and then what I'll do, it'll go to them and then contact you directly with them. A number, but I'll have the link involved and set up here on that Saturday here.
Okay, so that I can just come in here and.
Anybody else have a burning desire to do it? No? I'll go ahead and. I entertain a motion to have Sherry Brandt be the LLC voting delegate.
Is this gonna be a resolution?
Yeah, resolution 443-25.
I make the motion to have Sherry Brandt be the delegate. The resolution 443-25.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Okay, old business. Matt, is there any update on the cemetery?
Last week, Terry and I and Kathy were out there and, they made a new cemetery sign, so we put that up. And then Terry was gonna try and get those two stumps that are pretty key for removal. Because they're in the middle of the road. And he has a compact tractor with a backhoe on it. He worked at it for 45 minutes. Couldn't get it out, so. So we're still in need of somebody that has a backhoe with line coming up and. Get that thing out.
Mhm.
And then, of course, T-posts, barbed wire, we need that. And do you want me to move forward with purchasing those stakes and the ear tags? Okay,
I think so, yeah.
so I'll just purchase them and then put in expense report. That's it.
And then I also added on here, the marker on the Baker County Parks Board, and they had a meeting Monday. So if one of you want to give update. Go ahead.
Sure. You'll back me up.
Yeah.
So this was the second meeting. The first meeting was sort of like a get together to meet the other members of the board. And so yesterday was the first, I think, the first one that we really got into the meat of what they have in mind to do around the county. So for instance, the wigwam down halfway. There was some discussion about that, but I think most of the discussion, correct me if I'm wrong, was pretty much about the tailings and what their vision is for the tailings. So for instance, putting in trails. We suggested maybe multiple trails and have multiple loops with varying difficulties. There was a gentleman from the public who was there who suggested that as an older gentleman, he's gotten into fly fishing and he would love to see more trout stocked in the Powder River. And he gave us a write-up about it. I didn't read it yet, but he had a write-up. There was a significant discussion about that and whether there are trout and bass up from the reservoir, which there are because we fished it. So another thing would be maybe designate a pond or two in the 1,000-acre property as like fishing holes for families. So we make it easier for them to, with small children, to be able to get down close to those because a lot of them are pretty steep, the sides. So going forward, so the action plan going forward is Christina, the Witham, her last name is. She is going to organize a hike for those of us on the board who would like to go along, and probably bring a drone so we can have an overview of what things look like there. Just to kind of get a feel for how hard or difficult or easy it is to get around in there. So that's going to be within the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks.
Now,
So he's going to reach out.
when you talk about the tailings, starting from what point?
So where the depot is, the train depot, and then,
Okay, got it.
yeah, I think all the way up to where the county stores gravel.
Thank you.
So I think there's 3 of us that are gonna do the hike with, or 2 of us that are gonna.
They're kind of talking about, maybe putting the wiggle back into the stream
Yep.
too, and maybe use wood weirs. But that's a lot of hoops to go through, and this parks for, Donnie Brulander's done a lot of work, is the first self-sustaining, they get no help from anything. And the clerks have a pay fee, so everything will be done with grants, but they do get no money from the county or anybody. Who's self-sustaining on this one.
And so her and her staff are 10.5 people, I
Yes.
think. Or maybe like one person, there's actually 2 bodies, but one is full-time down in Holcomb and the other campground. And then there's Donnie. And so I think really to make things happen in terms of being able to develop the tailings, to put in these trails, to put in signs along the trails, to talk about the wildlife, to talk about the history. It's really gonna come down to a group of volunteers. What it sounded like to me. And if, I think as more meetings progress in the coming months, the meeting is every second Monday of each month. As those meetings progress, hopefully we get more into that, dig a little bit deeper into that, because volunteers only have to sign a couple of forms and they can do part of the work.
Like a sign, here.
I think so. Not yet, though. I mean, it was just a discussion topic at the time being. But I know I'm gonna raise my hand, so.
Well, I think there's probably other people on town that might be willing to help.
And the next meeting is Springs, 12 o'clock. second Monday, which is the 13th. I think. Yeah, and it's open to the public. You get to Richland, and you know when you get to Richland, there the road kind of curves east. Instead of going into Richland, you're kind of at this junction that has a triangle, and then you keep going straight, is what I understand, for like 10 miles. But we'll find out.
You go to Newbridge?
That's what John just said.
That's not 10 miles from Richmond.
And we're gonna meet at Richland though at noon
They said 10.
and then go there.
What?
We're gonna meet at Richland at noon.
Yeah. And then drive up.
And this is gonna be all ADA compatible trails, no motorized vehicles, no motorized anything. When you get them done.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, no further comment, Daryl.
Did you skip the resolution?
I skipped the resolution.
Yes.
Where is it?
It's on the front.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm just reading right now. Okay, resolution 39621, we amended it to 2025. But we left off some more fees. And we want to amend this again to bring it up to be inaccurate, so when people come in, we can solve the fees in front of her instead of having to dig through ordinances. This is the one that tells how much it is for vacates, zoning changes, developments, it's all our fees, our water sewer hookups. So I just need to get everything put back on. So we're missing,
Oh, this is food ones. We have the vendor fee.
we wanted to put vendor fees on here, this would be like flea markets, rent fair, whatever, you know, we wanna put the actual, what the vendor fee is, like the $75 vendor fee. Again, this is just so everybody, we're not changing this fee, we're just. This is free. And we were missing,
Non-sufficient funds,
okay, non-sufficient funds.
fees 35. And the vendor fees, what were we, 105?
105
For the food vendor,
Yeah.
then 75. And then we have to, also add, but we need to, I don't know if you wanna vote on, what we're going to charge. For schoolhouse rental for a club or, a private entity that is generating money.
Because right now, all we have on here is, we don't have on here at all. So yes, so we're going to put on this also the fees. For like the rental of the schoolhouse, just we cover
The 501c.
the electricity, power, that kind of stuff. I think we had suggested
25.
25. And this is mainly for these. So it'll be 25 to rent it. Cause I think the snowmobile club pays,
So it'd be like the snowmobile club bingo, one of those that generates money, not the spaghetti thing.
or the Thanksgiving.
$25
Thanksgiving
for
is
the day,
free.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's free, so it's not, you know.
$25 for the day.
But for the event. what
Yeah,
is
for
it?
the event. That's just to cover electricity and, you know,
That's the 501c that are down that want to use it.
Larry, anything?
No.
So, I have a motion to amend resolution 39621 to show the vendor fee is $75, the vendor fee is 105, non-sufficient funds is $35, and schoolhouse use is $25.
That's the 501cs, because we do have a rate.
Okay,
Well, it's per hour, but that's it.
Yeah. this is just a flat rate for our organizations here in the
I make a motion to amend resolution 396-21 to add the 4 fees.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? No. I can go, Council Hall. Hero, you give it to me?
Yeah, I'm not sure, should have spoke up. These
No.
resolutions, we might have to have an executive session,
Okay,
and there's vendor fees and stuff.
okay,
I went and talked to a lot of the vendors in the market and didn't get very much positive feedback on
Okay, well,
the
that's-
fees.
well,
Yeah,
the flea market's gonna be a whole nother workshop.
yeah, that's what I mean. We need to
No, it's gonna be a whole.
take a look at this, I think, a little bit.
But as Rob's gonna present later, the vendor fees cover, garbage and porta potties and get it cleaned every day.
Right.
So, I mean. But anyway,
It's a double-edged sword.
yeah, flea market is gonna be a whole different workshop. Marshall?
Just, I had a conversation with somebody about this upcoming meeting and I just happened to bring up the fact that even our chlorine's going up now. They're no longer taking our empty barrels and giving us a credit for it. The transportation costs to get it down here. And I was kind of surprised they were not aware that the watering of their lawn was chlorinated water. So I just happened to mention, you know, if you're watering your lawn for 12 hours a day in the summer, that's all chlorinated water that we're paying chlorine on. So, yeah, I know you guys got a water and you all pay your water bill and you have that right, but just kind of keep in mind it's also chlorinated water and that's why, you know, the cost of chlorine is gonna go up. So we're just spending more money on our water.
Karen?
No.
Karen? No. Other comment?
I was just wondering when the, new gravesite gets all ready for sale, how much is the price? And is the city gonna set up a deal where maybe over time they can be purchased,
Yes and
like
yes,
a payment?
yes and yes. It's probably gonna be next year before we get that ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get those stumps and not, because that's holding everything out right now, but, into getting it all plotted out and such. I've had, 2 people approach me already
Yeah,
about
we've got, yeah,
buying, so, you know, it's just, we are hoping to get it done this summer. Some of the plans changed and, that meant we had to take 2 more trees down, now we got the stumps and Terry is gonna try again, he's got a beat up wall.
How big are these stumps?
One is about like that, the other's probably like that, and one of them is partially dug already. But Terry just has a compact
Yeah,
little,
it takes a machine to dig any stump out.
yeah.
I couldn't push the trees over.
Yeah.
Earlier in the season, they went, you know, root ball and all, but a couple of weeks back, it just they weren't good.
Yeah, but, I think we'll look at them, but yeah, stumps are like sometimes.
Yeah.
but yeah, that's coming, and we'll let everybody know, because we've got people calling.
And
Dying to do.
and we have been collecting about, every couple of weeks, I go down and get money, that donation at the Gold Post. We're getting about $55 every time I go down to help cover the cost. So that's nice.
Anybody else?
Linda, whatever happened to the, septic tank cover replacement?
Working on that. We haven't forgotten. Yes, that was the discussion today, last couple days ago, guys. Yeah, no, I know that it needs to be, there's several, there's like 4 of them.
Yeah, my neighbor has a piece of plywood over.
Yes, I think his,
6 months.
I thought his was the one that covered. Anyway, we know there's 4 of them. We're just trying to find the right ones. Because again, old. Gotta find the replacement.
Is the flea market workshop gonna be open to the public?
Yeah, when we have it. All our workshops are open. Okay. Anybody else? Nick?
Oh,
Nick? No?
actually, I've been, say, on the flooring in the community center. I forgot to mention, we had about 9,400 or something into it, Centerville ATV.
Yeah.
Miller's knocked off, I think, $1,000 on the flooring. This is a community enhancement project. And I also want to say, being Elaine, sure, remind me, Jason and Lisa Crosland built some lighted cornhole boards. We auctioned at the auction and Elaine paid $650 for them. So there's some real community involvement in it. There's a lot of it, most of it's from out of town people, but
Okay, yeah,
there's also people here that contribute.
yeah, I thought.
It was a great, rally that he had at APB get together. I was just amazed at the work that John Rebecca did at getting, donations and volunteers. It's superior to none, I just like to say.
Sure. Yeah, I'm still working on getting the baseboard. I'm still working on getting baseboard samples.
Oh, okay,
I haven't forgot.
okay, I did.
I didn't.
I will.
Good change. Yeah, you, okay, anything else?
I make the motion, we,
Okay,
Second, yes.
okay, all in favor?
Nice.
All opposed, you're adjourned at 6:26.